What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dancer, bringing you another 2K video, but this video is a little bit different than the others. This is going to be my NBA 2K16 wish list. We got to the end of the real NBA season and also the end of the 2K NBA season, and it's been a rough year on both sides. Me being a Knicks fan, me voting, rooting with the Cavs. It's been disappointed in the NBA season, and I've had some disappointments in the the 2K season as well in my team. But this was their first, actually it was their second stab at it. But they, let's get to it. Let's get to it. This is what I want, what I would like to see in the next 2K16 Myteam game mode. And first things first, let's get to the content. Let's talk about the content. Right away, the first thing that I think most of us have been complaining about is the content. There's not enough content in this mode. If you look at some of the other games, such as MLB The Show or Live, even Madden, there's so much content, offline and online. But offline, I'm an offline player, and I haven't beaten everything because some was just a little bit too difficult for me. But there's still this still doesn't seem to be enough. There should be a little bit more. Maybe they should let the community create content, meaning modes like an MLB The Show. If it's because it seems 2K is not really gonna have a full-time guy taking care of it. Looks like they would do one every 2 weeks or one a week, and just put that mode in the community's hands. It just set little limitations. Maybe set it up so it has to be authorized. It's something that something to keep the mode going on for more than a year. So that people have you'll bring people back to the mode. You'll sell more packs, what you guys like to do, and I think that would make it better if you let the community create the challenges. You can create your own. Obviously, it's your game, but put some of it in our hands. Another problem I had with the game, with that mode anyway, was transparency. And you might say, well, what do you mean transparency? In the challenge modes, it never told you the difficulty. For whatever reason, they refuse to tell you what difficulty rating you're on. I think that helps. That helps the player who who doesn't want to run out of MT or MT, not VC. Who doesn't want to run out of MT? They want to see what they're getting into. If you're a player of a certain skill level and you see it's in Hall of Fame or Superstar difficulty, you may not do that challenge. You don't want to waste, keep wasting your MT on the challenge. You're not skilled enough to beat yet. So just being transparent would go a long way. Like most other modes in MLB and Madden and Live, they let you know right away it's gonna be hard. Okay, another thing as far as the content point was, which I think that 2K is going to add for next year, is that what they call the Gauntlet mode, which is a full NBA season in Myteam with the team, which they had. I don't know if it was, I'm pretty sure it was on maybe 13 or 12. I know it was on PlayStation 3, and it was a gauntlet where you played 82 game season and you won. We won, I think it was VC at that time. VC per game, a set amount on top of, I guess, what you got from your playing the game. And then along the way you would unlock emerald versions of current players on the team, which was cool because you got these updated stat cards or these boosted stat cards as a reward for playing the game, and it just kept you playing the game. And also, what I would consider, if you want to do these pink diamonds, which I'm gonna get back to it later on in this video, if you want to do these pink diamonds, maybe at the end of certain teams, 82 game seasons, you get a pink diamond. Like, if you complete a Cavs season, you get a pink diamond. LeBron James reflecting, a playoff game, such and such. But I'll get into that later. But you get a pink diamond at the end of the season for a current player, not a retro player, current player. And I think that's a good start with the content area. But let's get back. Let's get into these cards now, because I had some issues with the cards. So let's get into these cards. All right, next let's get into the cards in this game. Let's just start right here with Gary Payton. There's 3 Gary Payton cards from the same year in this game, and there's a 47-point difference, a 47-point difference between the 3 cards. That's a waste of cards. Just make 1 Gary Payton card. Why do you need 3 historic cards? Here we go again. We got Kobe Bryant from the same year, 97-98. 1 card is 82 to gold. The ruby is 93 from the same year. Why don't they just make it a 93 and leave it at that? And between the 2 cards is a 316-point attribute point difference. That's insane. That's a waste. That's just that money grab thing. Just make the gold card a 93, because it actually plays like a 93. It's a pretty good card, and just leave it at that. One of the questions I had for the cards in this game after going through is there too many cards in this game? Are we comfortable with just collecting cards that we're not going to use? That's one thing I was always bugged me about this game. It's just like so many cards that you don't use. You use them, like if you play challenges, you may have used them once, unless you didn't pass the challenge the first time around, and you might have used them twice. But are there too many cards in this game? Another question going backwards, or another thing, is they kept killing their own cards. Like, I remember there was a point where they came out with an Onyx Darryl Dawkins, which was a nice card, and then I think maybe the next day they came out with a Ruby Darryl Dawkins that blew the Onyx out of the water, and it was crazy. So like, stop killing your own cards. Like, just have a plan. And stick, have a good solid plan, and don't just come up with cards just out of nowhere just to make some money off of them. Have these cards make some sense. There should only be 1 historic card, in my opinion. They should be Onyx cards, and that's it. With those crazy cards. Also, I think the game should get rid of emerald cards. Most of the emerald cards in the game are bronze or silver players, and you can't use them, unless you're playing online. And I'm sure some people use them online, but most people don't use them online. So just make them silver or bronze cards, but update cards. I think that's all you need to do. Another thing that I would like to see is card stacking. Stop forcing people to sell cards when they don't want to sell cards. The cards should just stack like in MLB. I don't know if they do it in Madden as well. When you get a duplicate, it just stacks on top of the other card. It doesn't force you to sell a card. More player cards per packs. I know that's something that has been addressed. Most games give you 4 to 5 player cards per pack. 2K gives you 1. And the other games you still get all the other goodies that 2K gives you on top of the 5 cards. So that's another thing that they should do. More cards per pack. I think they'll get a lot less complaining from the community if they do that. And I think they should stick with the Ruby cards. I think they should just stick to the way the NBA is set up. I know it might be a little boring for some, but I think the Ruby card should be just All-Star break, and then at the end of the year, all team, first team defense, first all team, first second team, all second team, however they have it set up, defensive players of the year. You guys know what I'm talking about. Set it up like that. Don't all these crazy dunk funks and all-time scorers and all that mess. I mean, the community likes them, but they just, they just kind of killed off all the other cards. So I think they should just stick to current players next year. Have some historic players, but with the Ruby cards, just stick to the current players and no historic players at all. And if they're gonna do these make-believe cards, at least have them make sense. Tell us why you made them. Like maybe they reflect a certain game where the guy played out of his mind. All right, so this is going a little long, so let me just finish off a couple things right quick. It's one thing with the mode is I don't think the game rewards you enough for playing it. It almost every positive play you do in the game is not rewarded. It's if you get a good block, the CPU gets the ball. If you get a good steal, the CPU gets this. Everything, like the way the game is set up right now, in my opinion, it's always in 2K's favor. It's never in your favor. You want to update a card, it's only for one game, and you gotta either open a pack to get an attribute point, to get to hopefully get another boosted stat for the card for the next game. Which I think most games, when you boost somebody's stats, it stays that way. I think 2K should do it like that. If you boost a card stat, it stays boosted. Don't nickel and dime us by having it only last one game, or at least have it last multiple games, especially if it's a gold update. And I'll end this off with the pink diamonds, the elephant in the room. The mighty pink diamonds. I have a hard time with these cards. I don't like the way they were distributed this year. I don't think they should have been distributed at all. If they were going to be given away, they should have been like those coins that we've seen at E3, something like that. But really, pink diamond should be played for. Whether it be, like I said, with the gauntlet mode, you get a reward at the end of it. And I think the pink diamond should only reflect this season. And if not, don't have as many. And also, have make sense. I don't know if they make sense right now. They have, there's some of them are MVP players, some of them are just good players. Have them make sense. Just for all the special cards in the game, I would like to know what this card represents. And the pink diamonds, I don't get them. They're just like they're these crazy inflated cards. Certain ones I got, like Steph Curry and Andre Iguodala. It seemed like you were doing a little MVP theme there, but it was a little scattered all over the place. And I think that's it. That's enough. But those are all my issues. And I tried to break it down, but it still went a little long. But that's it. So see you guys next 2K season, and look out for this pre-order pack, this Michael Jordan pack. Even though I'm not big on pre-ordering a game I have not seen, the pack itself, this little package deal is pretty good. 30,000 MT is a good start, along with three ammo packs, which is a gamble, but it's still a nice package. So that's it. NBA 2K16, my team wish list. Peace.